Hello guys, this is Prince Rivera, aka The Great again of Pinoy Vapors Forum. I just got home and I got me some 3mm silica wick. And for this video, we will be talking about the Audi tank that I got from Denkat. This is a 2.5mm rebuildable tank. So we will now go on to the close-up. Keep on watching. And so this is the Audi tank that I got from Denkat. As you can see, the box is very generic. You can also see some of the markings, and it is made in China. So let's take a look inside. Now mine comes with an extra clear tank, this one, which is sold separately, and this is the main unit. As you can see, it is really very well machined. It is almost seamless, and the finish of the material is matte, not polished like the GG Audacious version 1. Now I believe this is a copy of the GG Audacious version 1, and it has 2.5 ml capacity. So that's the Audi tank. Now for the breakdown of the parts. So this is the tank base with a 510 connector. Now the tank base has this O-ring to prevent leakage of the Audi tank. Now this is the lock ring for the ceramic and the ceramic cup. This is where you will build your coil and your wick. And the two tanks, the stainless steel one and the clear tank. And this is the mouthpiece, which also functions as the juice controller, and the top cap, and the upper part of the top cap, and finally the O-ring that is placed inside the lower top cap, also to hold the mouthpiece and to prevent the juice from leaking. And those are the parts of the other tank. Now to make our coil and wick, I have pre-made this non-resistance and resistance wires. The one in the middle is the resistance wire. This is 0.2 millimeter Kanthal, and on the two ends of the resistance wire or the Kanthal is the non-res wire. Well, it is really very easy to do. All you have to do is to join the two ends, and you will come up with this finish for the coil. So this is what we will do with the coil in the silica. Now I have pre-cut around 2 inches and around 5 or 6 inches of silica. Now this is a 3mm thick silica. Now all we have to do is to position the two silica strands, and then we start coiling the Kanthal around the middle of the silica. Now my target resistance for the coil is around 1, or maybe close to 1 ohm. So as you can see, the coil is very short for this build. So this is how it would look like. Now the next stage that we will do is to place the silica and the coil into the ceramic cup. Now what I did is I placed the I placed the silica inside the cup channels with the coil on the center. Now the next thing we'll do is to trap the positive wire, or the positive end of the coil, with the use of this nut for the positive connection. So all we have to do is to place the wire into the center pin, and then lock that end of the wire. Just like so. And then we will leave this other end of the wire, which is the negative end. The next thing we will do is to trim out these two short ends with the use of a nail cutter. And then after doing that, the next thing we'll do is to tuck the remaining silica into the side channels of the ceramic cup. All you have to do is to press it down until it is firmly seated on the inside the side channel. And also on the other side. Now the next step is to screw in the lock nut for the negative wire, and this lock nut will also hold the two ends of the silica, no? So we will screw it down. Then after doing that, all we need to do is to cut the two excess ends of the silica. And the other one. The next thing that we will do now is to screw it inside the tank base. Now let me remind you that you need to leave the negative end of the coil on this side, and and you have to tuck the two ends of the silica inside the tank base, just like this, and then screw in the tank base. until you can already see the positive pin protruding about 1 millimeter at the end of the 510 connector. Then after doing that, the next thing you will do is to tighten the lock ring. Now while you are tightening the lock ring, you will see that the negative end of the coil will be trapped by the tight ring, completing the connection of the atomizer. So after you have tightened the ring, next thing you'll do is to remove the excess end of the coil. Next thing you'll do is to put in some juice to wet the silica. Also, all you need to put in some juice on the side channels so that the silica will be soaked. Then we will try it out with the Provari unit to see if it will fire. Okay. We will put in the clear tank. Now you can also use the stainless steel tank if you are using mentholated juice. So all you need to do is to screw in the tank, screw in the mouthpiece in the juice controller, now we have to close the juice controller now before we fill in the tank with the juice. Okay, so we are now filling it up with the Hang Seng Tab blended. Now this tank can hold 2.5 ml of juice. Okay, so after we have filled up the tank, we then replace the top cap. And screw it in tightly. Then next is the O-ring. Place the O-ring inside the top cap and then close it down with the lock ring of the top cap. Now this is the fully assembled OD tank from Denkat. Okay, so that is the OD tank from Denkat. Now I will show you the vapor production of the OD tank. Now this build is at 1.2 ohms with a freshly charged MyVape battery, and I used it on the Inspire mod, also from Denkat, which in my opinion is really sexy. or appealing. So this is how it vapes. Mhm. Really very good. Now that is really very good vapor production for me, no? At 1.2 ohms on stack battery, mechanical mode. Throat hit is really very good at a scale of 1 to 10, maybe around 8. And vapor production is around 9 or 9.5. Now mind you, the vapor production and the throat hit of the OD Denkat, ODs, or rather the OD tank, and also the OD in drip mode is dependent on the air intake. So if you have an airflow control mod, this is one advantage of the Denkat because the airflow is at the bottom of the tank, no? At the 510 connector. So if you want more throat hit from the OD tank, all you have to do is to restrict the airflow. And if you want more vapor, all you need to do is to loosen up the airflow a little bit, so you can have massive vapor production for the OD Denkat, or rather OD tank, sorry. So flavor wise, it is the same as the OD drip, this one. And the advantage of the OD tank is that you will have a 2.5 ml capacity tank. Now with the OD drip, this is in drip mode, so every time you vape you have to drop in some juice. Now for the OD tank, that is the advantage. Now for the thumbs up, the OD tank is really very well made. All the machining, the material, and the looks, it is really a very good accessory for your mod. Aside from the 2.5 ml capacity, you can also use the extra tank, just like this one. You put it on top of the clear tank and then get yourself an extended mouthpiece. So now you will have a capacity of 7 ml for the extended mode. So I believe Denkat will release more accessories for the OD tank. Another thumbs up is the vapor production, the throat hit, and the flavor, especially the flavor. The flavor production is really very good. Another thumbs up for me is the price. You can buy this OD tank for 3,000 pesos only from Denkat, and also you can buy more accessories like the extended mouthpiece and the clear tank. for a few more hundreds, and that's just about it. Now for the thumbs down, well, the thumbs down is that it is made in China, wherein the original one is made in Greece. Now for the quality or the durability, I don't know, because I don't know how long this accessory will last. And another thumbs down is maybe the availability of the non-res wire, because for me, I tend to use up more non-res wires than my Cantal in building these OD rebuildables. And what else? Actually, those are just the two thumbs down that I have for the OD tank. And if you want to buy the OD tank and the OD in drip mode, go to any Denkat store and you get one, and you will definitely enjoy this rebuildable. For me, this accessory, the OD tank and the OD drip, is worth buying. And that's all. Keep on vaping, and good day.